Yeah, welcome to Tableau online session. I'm Amit, and you know we are here for a Tableau overview session today. And the agenda of the today's session would be to understand the Tableau or the basis of your data warehouse, and basis of business analytics. And you will be giving the insight of the Tableau dashboards, how the real-time dashboards looks like, and how it connects to database, how the data model looks like. So, at the completion of this session, you will have a brief idea that how business intelligence works and what the area that the analytics professional would be working, and what would be the future in this domain in this technology. Okay. Now, if you say Tableau, what we normally a layman understand from Tableau, this is a reporting tool or this is a business intelligence tool. Now, if I say if I say it is a reporting tool, would not be a proper answer because it's a business intelligence tool. Now, if I say what is business intelligence, then there are different mechanism coming into picture. If it's a normal reporting, then that's a data visualization only. That means you have a data ready with you, you have to visualize it. Okay, you have to represent the data in a textual or pictorial format. That's what the reporting is. But business intelligence is something, it's a very vast area. It is not only visualizing the data, but also extracting the data from the database servers, from the ERPs, from other third-party applications. And then the second is you have to remodel the data. The data which we get from the database, that is a very raw format, you have to join those data or join those tables with each other and to form a schema, so that in a transaction database you may have a lot of tables, say 10 tables would be there, and they all will be having the primary key and foreign key relationship, but they should not be joined together initially. Okay. I hope both of you are having the knowledge of the basic database, right?
Yes,
Yes.
I
Okay,
do.
cool. Because these are the business intelligence tool and it's a prerequisites of some database, basic level of database. However, Tableau would not be needing that much of programming skill. Okay, everything is there in the console base here, the GUI base. So it is very easy to learn, but it's a vast topic. So as I was focusing on the business intelligence, the first activity you have to do in the business intelligence is the data extraction. Data extraction is a process of fetching or extracting the data from the different database servers. Maybe one database or maybe multiple database or maybe single platform or maybe from different platforms. Okay. Now the second activity you have to do in the business intelligence or in Tableau is data modeling. So data modeling is a process of joining the data, joining the tables which you have fetched from the first layer, and you have to form a complete schema. You have to form a schema. Schema means the relation between the tables, and it would be form a kind of a star schema or kind of snowflake schema. Okay, so those schema you have to create in the Tableau. The benefit of making the schema is that the tables should be related to each other, so that you can refer the data of one table from another table. Okay, so in a report you may use multiple tables, and both all the tables should have the relationship between each other, so that when you click a filter from one table, the data of other tables will be reflected or filtered accordingly. So that's the benefit of making the table joins, and that is all we do in the data modeling part. Okay, once we finish the data modeling, the final result, which would be a fine-tuned data set with you, that you have to load into the visualization layer. Visualization layer is So data visualization is basically a reporting or visualizing or displaying the data to the end user. Okay, that may be in form of a textual report, that may be in form of a visual or graphical report. Okay, so that is the broad activity we do in Tableau. We never do any transaction. That means we never push the data from front end to back end. Just like any application, we never insert the data from front end to back end in Tableau because it's a data visualization business intelligence tool. The overall activity we have to do is we have to get the data, we have to prepare the data, we have to visualize the data. Am I make sense?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So now here these are the activity we'll be doing here in the visualization in Tableau. And if I say that, if you're choosing the Tableau as our good product in the market, then let's focus on what are the universal selling or unique selling point of Tableau. Why we have choose it? Why not MSBI? Why not MicroStrategy? Why not SAS? Okay, there are also different business intelligence tools are there in the market, and they are also competitors. Why Tableau has a greater demand nowadays? So the answer is these are the key factors: better visual analytics, faster in performance, any data integration, business integration, and various interfaces like window interface, mobile interface, and web interface. Okay, coming to visual analytics. Now, if I just make the analytics term is a little bit bold, why it is called analytics? Why not it is called analysis? Can any of you answer what is the difference between analysis and analytics?
I think analysis is when you're analyzing something like trying to make sense of it.
Okay.
And analytics is, what could analytics be? It's
Okay, let me answer. Brilliant. The first
yeah.
is first question is you try to answer it, but it is also correct. Okay, let me answer the second question. Analysis is normal the legacy system. Say I will give you a PDF report. Okay, in the report
Yes.
there could be two different charts. There could be a table. Okay. Now what your focus on that report? What would be your first activity? You'd be trying to understand that report, right? Looking into that bar chart, looking into that pie chart, looking into that table, you may take some decision. Okay, that's
Yes.
what we call analysis. And you should have some idea looking into that PDF. So here you need to put your own intelligence also, because in the table, in the PDF, there may be a table. So in that table, the data cannot be filtered as per your suggestion. Okay, whatever it is, that's it is. You have to look and you have to think of your from your side. If you want to do some filtration from that data also, you have to process it through your mind, own intelligence. So that is what the
Mm-hmm.
analysis is. Now analytics is, I will give you a dashboard. Okay, that is not a kind of static report. That should be a dynamic report. Then the benefit of analytics over analysis is, analytics is a two-way communication.
Okay.
Okay, analysis is a PDF and you are getting the data out of it. Okay, you are getting the information out of it. That's a one-way communication. You cannot put your thought process to a PDF file. However, in a dashboard, that would be all interactive dashboards. So there could be filters, there could be some sliders which you can change the values. There could be a bar chart which you can select and it would be filtered accordingly. There should be tables which you can sort it dynamically. Okay. There should be calendars which you can select a specific date to get the records out of it. Okay. So there should be a different type of object like that, which would be helping you to take the better decision and make a slicing and dicing to filter your record according to your thought process or according to your requirement. That is what we call analytics.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So in the analytics nowadays, so Tableau is not just analysis, it's an analytics tool. And in the analytics, there are also different vendors are available, when different technologies are available. But what are the beauty of Tableau on top of others? What are the benefits? So nowadays, the advanced reporting in Tableau, we can say, like forecasting. Okay, what is the challenges you can do? You can easily do in Tableau, which is difficult for other tools. One is forecasting. So basically, the data which is with you, you can represent to report in other tools. Okay, but the data which is not with you, how we can represent a report out of it? That is the beauty. Okay, that is called forecasting. So you are a manufacturer, or you are a store, you have a retail store. You are doing some reporting to see your, to analyze your business. Say you have a data of 10 years. Okay, because your business is started from 10 years. Now,
Mm-hmm.
based on those 10 years data, you can see what is the profit of the last year, what is the loss, what are the transactions, what are all those factors you can analyze. But what if you want to analyze what, that your business would grow in the next year, or that would be some losses, or what would be how you decide that in which time I have to procure more raw materials, or I have to invest in such and such products. So that's a decision you need to take it from the forecasting. Forecasting, just like forecasting of your weather. So Tableau is a beautiful tool which can easily generate a forecasting report based on your previous data. So there can be different kind of probability and statistics would be written in the model to create a forecasting based on the data, which is, say, in a Thanksgiving day or in Christmas time. You can say the customer is, but making a lot of shoppings. So in that case, a retail owner, retailer, he must have procure a lot of goods, or he must have procure a lot of raw materials to get a benefit out of it. But ultimately, at the end of the day, there will not be a customer demand. You have to bear the loss. So that factors is calculated in forecasting, and they will give you the accurate result that this particular time the customer demand would be high, and this particular time the customer demand will be less. Accordingly, you have to invest in the market. Am I make sense?
Yes.
So those kind of reporting is very easy in Tableau. You don't have to touch a single line of code. Okay, everything is pre-built. So you should have some data, like you should have a date type of date dimensions. You should have some measures. So looking into your past data trend, Tableau will give you the insight of your near future. Maybe 6 months down the line, maybe 1 year down the line, you can you know forecast your results, even though that data is not available with you. So this is one of the advanced feature nowadays, which is easy in Tableau. In other tools, if you go to create forecasting, it would be too much difficult. Likewise, set and visual groups, grouping of the data, filters, tree map, bubble chart, word clouds. So there are different type of advanced reporting tools and reporting feature which is there in Tableau. Other tools, it's there, but it is too difficult to create. You have to go for a lot of customizations. Okay. The second
Mm-hmm.
benefit is faster in performance. Of course, this is one of the most key factor, right, to choose a business intelligence tool. How? What is the mechanism which makes a Tableau much more faster? Let me answer it. Tableau has a two different type of database connectivity. First is online. Second is offline. Okay, what happens in
Yes.
online? In online, the data is completely synchronous. I mean, whatever the changes would be made in the database, it would be immediately reflecting to the Tableau reporting part. So that should be live connection, you can say. Okay, but in live connection, there may be some demerits, or there may be some limitations, that you cannot use a very huge set of data in live connection. You can use some statistics, say a share market dashboard, or say a cricket match dashboard or statistic. whatever it is happening in the database, immediately it will be reflected. But what if your data is up to 30 years old and there's a huge set of records, billions of records are there? Will that be suggested to go for live connection? No, because Tableau will be every time will be interacting or disturbing your database or ERP systems, which also impact to the ERP as well as your reporting. So reporting will also be slower. So in that case, the second mechanism is applicable. That is an offline connection. So in offline connection, Tableau fetches the data from your dashboard once in a day, or maybe twice in a day, or maybe a certain interval, but not live connection. Okay. Usually it happen in production sectors. Business see the report, business follows the report once in a day. So they used to get the data from at the midnight, so where the business is very less using your database. Okay. So in the
Mhm.
midnight, it may take 1 hour or it may take 2 hours to fetch the business data to Tableau front end. So the data which is fetched from the database, it stores in a staging or a offline data source in the Tableau front end only. So that throughout the day, your connectivity between the Tableau and your data source would be disconnected. Okay. So that's what the benefit here. So that disconnection mode, that disconnected file is called extract file, which stores the huge number of data which is coming from the database. And throughout the day, there should not be any communication between Tableau and database servers, because Tableau getting the data from its extract file. So extract files of Tableau are the native data source of Tableau, and they are highly compressed. They are virus free because it is a native data source of Tableau. Getting the data from extract file is much more time faster than any other third-party data source. Am I make sense?
Yes.
Please interrupt
Yes.
me wherever you feel like I'm going faster or you're not able to understand. So,
Mhm.
so extract file makes the performance much more faster, and in the production sectors or in any real-time applications where the database is to use, it is recommended to use the extract file rather than interacting directly to database. So we'll also see how to create extract files, how to create those offline data sources. And the one benefit is the performance here. The second benefit is from data integration. Because just assume I'm getting a data from Oracle server. Now Oracle data types, their data format should be different from SQL Server. Now I'm getting another data of a company from another server, that is SQL Server. Likewise, third is from PostgreSQL. So I have three different applications and I need to create the report from those three different applications. So in that case, I cannot use the data from those applications directly, because I cannot make the joining between SQL Server and Oracle directly, because they are two different platforms. So in this case, I have to fetch all those data to a uniform format, that is extract file of Tableau. And then I can also make a relationship between extract to extract file from different data sources. So that is also acting as a data integration tool. So while doing data modeling, we can join the data source of Oracle and data source of SQL Server. Those are in form of extract file. Now we can join them together easily, because the data which is fetched from the different platforms, now they are converted to a single platform, that is extract file of Tableau.
Okay. And what are the different types of data sources it will support, like
Almost all
cloud?
the data sources. That's a very
Okay.
nice questions. I was about to come to the next slide to understand this. Uh, this one here, any data. Okay. To answer your questions, Tableau support almost all the data sources in the world. Whatever you know, like any RDBMS, MySQL, SQL Server, Oracle, IBM DB2, HP Vertica, MongoDB, anything. So it support everything. Now any kind of cloud database like Salesforce.com, Google BigQuery, SAP HANA, that's all supported by Tableau very easily. Any offline data source or any flat files like SQL Server, like XML, or any flat files like Excel or XML or Notepad. Even you can get the data from clipboard also. You copy the
Okay, Hanya, yeah, how it will integrate with all these data sources? So is there any separate?
Yeah, say, first option is you create your own data warehouse or get the data from the data warehouse. If at all your organization is not too big to create the data warehouse, but you have 2-3 different platforms of data. So as I said in the past slide, you have to get all this data to Tableau extract. Okay, Tableau extract is just a kind of Excel file, but it is not Excel. It is highly compressed and it is a native data source of Tableau. Okay, so the data from different platforms will be fetched to a Tableau extract file. You can store those files into the Tableau project folder only inside that, and then while doing a data modeling, you can load all those extract file and make a relationship between them. That mechanism is called data blending. Am I make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes.
Okay. So Tableau, this is also more frequently asked interview question, that what is the data blending. So you can say data making a relationship between two tables is not a data blending. It's a data joining. Okay. Data blending is a mechanism of making relationship between the data set of two different platforms. Okay, or integrating a data from two different platforms, data from SQL Server, data from Oracle. They cannot be directly joined together. Rather, you have to create the separate extract files of those two different platforms. Now they are coming to the single platform, that is called extract. Then you can mix it up, okay, to create a single schema. Of course, we'll
Mm-hmm.
be covering all those things in the practicals. So just figure out that this would be the coverage of our course. Now, while we're going to the practical sessions, we'll be doing all those stuffs. Now, this is all about the any type of data integration. While you are installing Tableau, it also installs a few, not all, few connectors. The only thing is, you need to connect any miscellaneous database. So in that case, you need to install that connectors also. So for SQL Server, it is SQL Server native client. For Oracle, it would be Oracle client. For SAP, it is SAP Connector 6.5. For MySQL, it is uh, uh, MySQL client. So you can get it downloaded from Google. It is free of cost. Except SAP, all are free of cost, and it is very small connectors. They cannot be called as a database. These are the connectors, just a kind of adapter through which you can uh, make connectivity from Tableau to any particular databases. In fact, while you are installing Tableau also, it almost installing most of the popular connectors. However, in
Or
case of,
it does that automatically. Tableau installs those connectors automatically.
yeah, other
Okay.
initial installation, most of the popular connectors get installed. And say in case of any miscellaneous database, I would say PostgreSQL, it's of course installed. DB2 or HP Vertica, if at all the connector is not by default installed, we can get it, download the connector and install it to connect with Tableau.
Okay.
Now the last was about the data integration or any data communication. Now it's about business integration. Now you have a data which you can easily connect from your company's database. But now if you're doing a statistics or a report where your company is needing how many of your employees are registered in LinkedIn, or how many of your employees are following your Facebook page in Facebook. Okay, how do you do that? In that case, Facebook database is not your control, right? or LinkedIn database is not our control. So we have to connect business do business integrations. In that case, we have to purchase a third-party API, or it may be available freely. In some APIs are also available freely. So you can connect to those business APIs or web services and get their third-party data to Tableau servers and create reporting on top of it. Of course, they would not give you the database credential. They will give you the web services, which you can web services and a specific method. By passing the parameter into that method, you can get the data from their database to your reporting. That's what the business integration is. Calling the third-party APIs or Google JavaScript API or web services are called are easily also can be done through Tableau. Then last is basically the interfaces. While you are developing a Tableau dashboard, you have to download this thing like Tableau desktop. So the second product of Tableau is Tableau server, which is Tableau desktop is basically a development tool. Tableau server is a distribution engine or a hosting engine where you can host your application and you can make other users to see your application or see your dashboard without installing Tableau software. So again, Tableau servers has three different flavors. Tableau Enterprise Server, Tableau Online, Tableau Public. Okay, so in platforms there are three different platforms: Tableau Desktop for development, Tableau Server for distribution, and Tableau Mobile for accessing your dashboard through tablet or your mobile devices. Okay, so basically it is a mobile app. You can get it downloaded from your iTunes or Android market, and this is the Tableau desktop which you can download from tableau.com. It is also having different flavors, that is Tableau free edition, which is a 14 days trial, and then Tableau professional edition, which is completely there's no limitations. And to enjoy the dashboard, to enjoy the Tableau desktop for a long time, you can also request Tableau for a student license. That would be 1 year. Free is 40.
Is the student license a full-fledged program, or
There's
it
no,
doesn't have everything?
yeah, this is there is absolutely no difference between the functionality of student license or professional edition or the Tableau editions. If at all you have completed your graduation into 1 or 2 years, you can share, you can just produce your any graduation certificate to Tableau, and they'll make a small inquiry. Within 2 days they will give you the Tableau product key, which you can put it and make a registration, so that your Tableau desktop will be available for 1 year. Okay, so there are different type of licenses of Tableau desktop. So you can better choose this one, that is you can download the 14 days free trial. Within that 14 days you can request to Tableau for a student license. Okay, there's a link in Tableau website. To get the student license, you have to do a small registration. They will share your link where you have to upload your license, upload your certificates of education. Okay, so then you can get the license product key, which is valid for 1 year. Okay, now coming to Tableau server. This is all the development platform. There is absolutely no difference in the functionality between these three. The only restriction is of the timing. Okay.
Okay.
Now the Tableau server, which is a distribution engine or a hosting engine, it is basically available in three different flavors. Tableau Enterprise Server, it needs a own data center. It needs your own data center or on-premises installation. Now this one is a cloud platform. Let me tell you, these two are license based. There is no free of cost. You can use it. But yes,
Mm-hmm.
for Tableau Online is 14 days trial, that is cloud, and will be covering in the session will be covering the Tableau Online. Okay, so there is absolutely no difference between Tableau Enterprise Server and Tableau Online. Both are proprietary and both are license based. You can create everything within these two. Like you can create a project, you can create a user groups, you can connect to your company's active directory, you can connect to any cloud databases, you can deploy your dashboard, you can automatically reload your dashboard through subscriptions. So there are a lot of features is available there, and both are same. The only difference is it needs a software to be downloaded, it needs a dedicated server, it needs on-premises installation. However, this is a cloud-based platform of Tableau. You don't have to invest more for on-premises installation. Only thing is you need a subscription, yearly wise subscription. You can deploy your dashboard to cloud database cloud platform of Tableau, and you can access your dashboard across the world anywhere. Okay. But the only thing is, if you do not rely your data to be there in a third party platform, then you can choose on-premises installation. Say for example, any banking company, any insurance company, their data may be very crucial and they are having the business data. They may not rely on this Tableau Online, so they can have to procure this one. Of course, this will be more expensive to you. This will cost you more expensive. And Tableau Public is for the students or for professionals, those who want to deploy your dashboard and share with their clients for a demonstration. There is absolutely no security here. Yes, you can make a small registration, you can deploy your dashboard to Tableau Public, and you can share the link with any other third party which can be able to see your dashboard without any credential. Okay, they can download your dashboard, they can do anything with your dashboard without any restriction. So but yes, for training dashboard, for sharing with any of your employers, for sharing with any of your client, this is good enough.
So for practice purpose, what we have to download? Like,
You don't have to download basically this. Actually, for practice, for development, we have to download Tableau desktop first. Development entire activity will be done through here. For deployment, we can create a registration with these two. Okay, Tableau Online is absolutely the full version of the server. We can make a registration, that is 14 days trial. Okay, within that period we can enjoy the entire feature of server. We'll be covering this one. And Tableau Public is absolutely free. If you make a registration, all your data would be there with you, are hosted in a client side, hosted in a cloud platform forever. Okay, if you want to share your dashboard with any of your friends, you can deploy it here in the Tableau Public and share the link with them. And this is just a viewing platform or editing also we can do it through Tableau Public, Tableau Online, Tableau Mobile. This is a small app you need to download from your Google Play Store or from iTunes, where you can connect to Tableau Online or Tableau Enterprise Server. Here you need to create a small setup or small configuration. You have to put the your server IP address or server host name, then the user ID and password in order to get your dashboard downloaded to your mobile. And there also you can do some small slicing and dicing and small customizations, whichever you want to be changed in the dashboards in the client side. So am I clear with all this product portfolio?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, so it was all about this product portfolio of Tableau. Now coming to the insight of where exactly will work. Our activity, being an analytics professional, our activity will be done here in this part, actually this BI tool part. But before that, you'll be provided the database. Say, as I said, the database can be a single platform database or can be multi-platform database. You have a ERP of your company, you have a planning database, you have a labor database, you have other flat files. So all database types are and platforms may be different. This is Oracle, this is SQL Server, this is MySQL. Now one choice is make a data warehouse and get all those data to be extracted here through an ETL tool and store all those data by integrating here in a single database, that is called a data warehouse. Okay, so data warehouse is applicable to the companies or the enterprises. Those may have multiple analytics platforms, so they are building a single data warehouse and multiple analytics platforms, they can use it.
And do we need to learn the ETL tool also along with the Tableau?
Tableau is not purely a ETL tool. However, we can do basic data integration here. For ETL tools, the dedicated ETL tools are coming to market, like Talent and SSIS. These are most popular ETL tools, and yes, Informatica Power Center. So being analytics professional, we have to know the basics of ETL, but those professionals are core into the data warehousing. They used to build the data warehouse, and then that's their full-time job. They should be involved more into the ETL. Okay, so ETL is extract, transform, load. This is a dedicated tools are available. Extracting the data, joining the data here, and storing them into a single database platform. This is one option, but this is not the ultimate choice. Okay, so without using a data warehouse also, you can fetch all this data to directly to Tableau side, and as I said, you have to store those data in a extract file, that is called Tableau data extract. Okay, provided this data should have the relationship between them, I mean logical relationship, otherwise you cannot make them related. Like say in a company, in all the databases employee ID is a common entity, or in all the databases your plant ID, your policy number is a common entity, then only you can join those databases. But if there would not be any database relationship, then even if they are from a single platform, we cannot make them join, right? So here in this part, our activity will be started. We have to get the data from different platforms and store them into extract files, and then you start the development. So data abstraction is a process of getting the data from the databases, either data warehouse or various database platforms, and store them into extract files and do the following things. You can do ad hoc querying, slicing, dicing, dashboards, reportings, and threshold alerting and all, or you can also show them in a web portal. The various output we can generate, like you can also create Excel report, you can create standard report like PDF, you can create self-service reporting and analysis, then you can provide a web portal, user ID and password. User would see the login and see the reporting. Okay, you can share the dashboard with them directly, or you can say frequent mails where you can provide the PDF attachments of your dashboards. So that is called threshold based alerting, the different output of your BI tools. So this is all about the Tableau architecture. Let me take a quick look of your how the Tableau dashboard looks like. Let's go to there. Here I have a Tableau desktop 10.2. This is latest version of Tableau as of now. I'll just take you to a few dashboards. Say few dashboards we have created for our past running sessions, and few are there in my recent screens. So that's why I'm able to show you here. Now this is one of my dashboard. Okay, here it is. Well, this tab is not showing. Okay, so there are different tabs are here. I have created a lot of KPIs in this dashboard. KPIs means individual objects. Individual charts are called KPIs. Let me take you to the first dashboard here. There are various objects we have used. This is a simple bar chart which is one dimension and one measure. Now what is the dimension and what is the measure in Tableau? Dimensions are usually the x-axis data and measures are y-axis data. And dimensions are usually a text type of data or date dimensions or kind of data type, or those are kind of usually the character type of data. Okay, which cannot be calculated with any mathematical function, but measures are can be calculated. Here this is another bar chart. There are some different type of bar charts here. This is two-dimensional bar chart. That means it is showing first dimension, which is the designations. In the dimensions I have different employees and the number of assets the particular employee holds. And this particular bar chart, which is having a single color, but there is a density of your color which is showing darker to lighter. The darker density represents the number of assets, highest number of assets holded by this particular employee, and so to the lower level. Now here it is having these tabs are called stories. Okay, and these are called different dashboards here. So in this dashboard I have first story, second story and third story. I can make a customer view or full screen view here, which you are able to see here that this is a two-dimensional bar chart which is showing first dimension is my customer item name, and the second dimension is customers. Here this color represents the customer colors. Okay, this particular item is used or taken by how many customers. This is charges trading, this is all Raymond contracting, this is this customer. So this is called a stacked bar chart. Stack means one dimension, this is first dimension, the second dimension are the list of customer which is showing one on top of another. Okay, that is called stacking. And this bar chart is a side by side bar chart. One can be on top of this, but they are represented side by side. First dimension is this one, quarter, and in that quarter we have Jan, Feb, March, that's the months. Then second quarter, then third quarter, like that. Now this is called a block chart, which shows the data in a darker to lighter color density and the bigger to smaller box. The bigger box represents the higher volume of data. That means the February has a highest quantity and this month has a less quantity. Okay, the quantity. This is another block chart which is showing in blocks and darker the color. So out of this all customers, I could easily take the decision, instantly take the decision that yes, this box is showing darker and a little bit bigger to me, and that's why this quantity is high, and this one is lighter, this quantity is pretty less. So this type of various representations I have here. This is color based density wise bar chart. This is a stacked bar chart. Okay. Here I will just take you to the tour of another dashboard. See, the beauty of Tableau is here. See, there are a lot of items. Okay, instantly, not even taken a single second to me, then I can say this item looks bigger and this net amount is high, and this one is little smaller, and these are very small elements are there, which is not easily identified, but find out the bigger cells is very easy here. Bubbles, which is represented in bubbles. Here this is populations, showing the populations, country-wise populations. Say India, I have the test data. It's showing bigger the balls, circles, and darker the color. This one is showing second. This one is showing third. So it's for the easy interpretation by color and by your location-wise mapping. These are called geographical mapping. Now this is another area chart which is showing here like squares, and the different color represents the different continents. Say this one is Africa. Test data, don't go with the data actually. It's showing the data of all the countries here, and this is showing Asia, this is Europe, and this is South America. So the data again they have divided into two different dimensions. One is showing the countries and second is showing by colors. This one is called word cloud. From the list of these words, these items, I can see the bigger word represents the higher volume of data and the smaller shows the less volume of data. This kind of chart you would have seen in many analytics platforms. Okay, in many analytics or many uh, you know your e-commerce websites.
Mm-hmm.
These are the representation of different type of line chart analysis. This is month-wise representation of your profit. This is called multi-dimensional or multi-axis line chart. X-axis is month, second axis Y-axis is profit, Z-axis is quantity. So it is benefited for your comparisons. Okay. This is also one dimension and multi-measures. So here dimension is month, which is showing in Y-axis, and measures are here profit, quantity, average cost, and order value. So by different measures, I just made a comparison here. This is like that dual axis chart with two different pans. These are the various type of area chart representations. One dimension with multiple measures comparisons. This is single dimension. This is multiple measure comparison, profit versus quantity. So this chart you can see. This is called combo chart. Line versus bar representation. This one and this one mostly used for comparisons of your, say you have a target is this and how much you have achieved. This one is having a target is this for a salesperson and how much you have achieved. This is used for this target versus uh, achievable for a salesperson. So this kind of scenario you can use for this chart. This chart is called your bullet chart, and this one is called combo chart. This is symbol charts. In symbol, I have used this as a different custom icons. I have two dimensions. One is month, second is gender, third is your this is called my I think this I just made a mistake here. So okay, so this is say population. So in January, what was the population in a hospital? So it is showing male population is this much, female population is this much. Again, that's a comparison. Or gender wise revenue. Okay. So in February you have male and female comparison here. Okay. So based on this chart you can change any different icons to represent this comparison. Here it is a medical analysis or healthcare analytics, which is showing patient charge versus LOS, length of stay. Okay. How long the patient is stay in this hospital? This is my length of stay and how much he has charged. Okay. These are kind of side by side bar chart. This is a scatter plot chart which shows lot, which is easy analysis for the lot of items. So I have thousand of orders. Thousand of order numbers are showing here, and this star which is having the highest order value, which is showing in bigger star. Of course, you can change the star to any customized icon. Hmm. This one is a stack bar chart. This is tabular report which is showing something. Yeah, here it is showing some highlighted charts. Okay, the data which is showing in tables and the measure which is showing here is having some color densities. The darker the color represents this data is highly sold, and the lighter the color represents the less data, less volume of data. Here is the representation. Of course, this one is a highly sale item. Okay, now this is the beauty of Tableau. As you can see here, this is predictive analytics or forecasting. Say, just assume I am here. Okay, my current state is here. Now this is my future and this is my past. If you see the actual indicator, so this data is available in my database. Okay, this is my sales trend as of now. Now if I say estimated, now I'm just estimating up to 5-6 months down the line what would be my estimated sales. Okay, this data is not available with me. This is called forecasting. Now again, forecasting cannot be 100% accurate. So there is a tolerance band here in the this wider thick area, which is in tolerance band. That means from this forecasting, it may so happen that this will come down up to this much or go up to this much, but it will never come beyond this or beyond this. Okay. Now this thick line is a trend or average of your sales. Like this here also, this thick line is the average sales. This is called trend. May make sense?
Yes.
So both charts are same, but there is a different representation here. This is a line chart representation and this is a bar chart representation. This particular part is a forecasted forecasting chart, which is having this small and thin line, which is my tolerance band. Okay, that means this may decrease up to this much or increase up to this much. It will never come beyond this. So if it is tolerable by a particular investor, they can invest. See, this is the geographical chart which represents country-wise population, and the smaller the human sign is showing the, the list of the countries and their population. The bigger, the darker the color, and the bigger the human sign shows the bigger population data here. Now see how beautiful it is. Once I hovering this mouse on it, how quickly it is getting filtered in another chart to the bottom. I'll just focus the mouse on here. I'll not clicking on anything here. Okay, instantly it is getting the data and showing me another country. See the performance of Tableau. Okay, it is too much faster. I just apply the filter there here. Once I just hover the mouse on it, it would immediately filter the data in another chart. Okay, because in these small sections I'm not able to see their numbers, right? So if I'm just hovering here, I can see the countries, map and the population which is showing in numbers into the below chart. Now this is called heat map. Here I have this table. Inside this I have the different bar chart which shows the heats or the growth of the data based on this bigger bar represents the big volume of data and smaller is showing the reverse. This is called box plot chart. Box plot is basically there are a lot of transactions for a particular customer, but which particular range you have a lot of transactions. It is comes under a box. So a product has a lot of sales, but which range, which amount range, there's a huge amount of sales is there. This is represented in this box. Okay. Now this chart is called data blending. I have I have used two databases here to represent this chart. I have also used this some filters here, say VAT. I'll just change the VAT to 10 to 15%. You would see in this last column the quantity is changing, amount is changing. Apart from 15%, I'll just change the VAT to 17%. Just notice to the last column, that is selling price. Did you notice this?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So this is a what if analysis chart. That means based on the calculations, we have changed this chart, and through these variables, through these filters, I'm just changing this particular column. Now this particular chart, say I'll just go to this chart. I would like to see that which databases I have used here. Here I use this database is called order database. Okay, I have a lot of data models here. I have order data model. I can see these tables: order table, customer table, and order details. There are three tables, and they have a relationship here. I'll just click here to see the relationship type. It is a left join. I never use any query here. It is also a left join, and the fields they use to make a join is this is order number and order number. So any question on this, like so far what we have covered from the theory side and from these dashboard insights? Would like to ask anything on this?
No, is this one on this one for data modeling? Was this
This is the
oh,
data
this
model.
wasn't a live connection, eh?
Yeah. This is not a live connection. There are two connections you can see
It's
here. One is live,
extract.
another is extract.
Yeah.
So I
Okay.
just use it as extract mode because in this record, in this database, there is a huge set of record I have. Okay, in this all
Okay.
probably 10,000 records are there. It's a huge tables. So I just made a database connection in extract mode. And what happens is when you do extract, initially it will take a little time to compress those data and to store in an extract file. So I'll just take you to the dashboard architecture. Here it is a dashboard, okay, and the projects. So here we have different project folders which is created by Tableau. Workbook where it is a this is my dashboard UI where my exactly the output store. This is data source. Inside this I have archive files. I have all used I think this. Okay, I'll go to here. Okay, here I have workbooks. This is a retail dashboard, and the data sources I have some Excel files and some archive files. This is called
Oh.
asset management view which is the extract file. It exactly looks like Excel. I'll just open it. I can open it normally. See, this one is my data model.
Mhm.
If you would like to open it from the dashboard side, now this is my dashboard, and I would like to open it from here. I'll go to the particular sheet. I'll go to particular sheet, and I would like to see the data which is used in this particular small chart here. These are the three data sources I have used. Okay, one from SQL Server, one is from Excel, another is from another database. So let me take you to this SQL Server data model. How does it looks like, and how I form the relationship. Yeah, here this is my data model. It is extract mode connections. This is a category table which makes a relationship with make table, make to asset to different other property table like CPU, SSD, RAM, and then allocated asset, then employee has department and designations. So in order to, I have never used any single query here. Okay, in order to get those data in a single frame, you need to understand the database structure first. So that all will be covered in the session. No need to worry about that. So this is how your data model look like. Based on that, we form a relationship from the chart. So that's pretty much from my end, from the demonstration side. Before I conclude the session, I would like to have any question from you, or did you find any gap in understanding?
It was okay with me. I
Okay,
followed. Thank you.
thank you. What about Srinivas?
Yeah, I'm okay with the demo.
Okay.
So what is the course structure like? How
I'll
many
just share
classes and
this,
all?
the entire course curriculum to you. Okay, probably I'll
Okay,
ask RVs to forward with you. The course
okay.
curriculum, all those details, and I think Rapson is there also. Hey Rapson.
Hey, how are you?
Yeah, yeah, I'm good.
Amit,
Yeah, hi. So
I followed your demo. I followed your demo. I was just watching what you're giving them.
sure. Okay, thank you so much. So it's time for me to rush for the office. I'll be just leaving. So hopefully I'll
Okay.
be needing your good feedbacks, and if so it's happened good, then I'll be also anticipating you to meet in the live sessions. Okay guys,
Oh,
thank you so much.
Thank you very
okay.
much.
Good night.
Mm.
Thank you.
All right.
Good day.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.